On today's show, I sat down with the founder of African Naturals, a cosmetic brand known for its use of natural products. And this entrepreneur goes by the name of Zodidi. I had the pleasure of meeting her through a mutual friend who linked us up together, and I just want to say thank you, first of all. You know who you are, because I had such an amazing time talking to her, such a open-minded, free-spirited person. And the stories that she shares with me, her personal experiences to starting up her brand, how the cosmetic industry pretty much works, to influencers, mentorship programs, her own platform called Tangles Talks. The list is endless, man. It is endless. And I hope you guys enjoy today's episode as much as I did making it.
You must let me know because you were saying that. Females with soft voices.
Right.
Yeah.
3, 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the State of Mind podcast, and today I have a special guest.
Zodidi.
No, I know that. I was trying to figure out.
Blank for a minute.
Not really. Because I'm trying to figure out the name of your cosmetic brand, but okay, we'll get into that. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I have Zodidi. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just have to drag it, man. I'm just sorry. I have to.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get used to it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Always, man. You know, it's all about empowering people of color, right?
Yes.
See what I did there?
Politically correct.
Politically correct. Yeah, I had to be. Or we get cancelled. I don't know. Other than that, how you been?
Hot.
It is, right?
It is. I feel like I'm melting, but I'm okay.
I'm so sorry, man. I'll figure out the ventilation next time you come back.
Okay.
Once I figure it I just don't know what to do.
Yeah. No, it's hot.
Yeah.
I think it's not just your place. It's everywhere, so it's fine.
Yeah, summer is back or it's spring? I get confused. Cause
it's still spring until end of September.
I just feel like
spring is like 1 month, apparently.
Well, in Namibia, I just feel like it's 2 seasons, right?
Yeah,
Winter
no,
and
for
summer.
sure. Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah,
sure.
That's crazy though, man.
Mm.
But Zodidi. Not gonna call you Zo. Yeah, I'm just gonna drag it out too much. Yeah. So you are a founder of your own cosmetic line.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us more about that?
So I started, I'd say around 2016.
What's it called?
African Naturals.
There we go. Okay.
I couldn't come up with a creative name.
African Naturals. Does that limit you though? Do you think that limits you as far as your target market, or it's just perfect for you?
I mean, I went into it with the idea that it was for people like me, people who have hair and skin like me. Of course, it doesn't like limit other people from using the products.
I'm just saying.
Because Africans can be all colors also. Okay.
Ooh.
So
like
I'm politically correct.
I like the comeback. Yeah. So started African.
Yes, I started in 2016.
Yeah.
So I cut my hair. I was inspired by my daughter, actually.
Okay.
And there were a lot of, I don't know, there's like a lot of issue around African hair.
The natural.
Yes, the natural hair.
Yeah, I hear about that.
And so I remember that time I have to do this disclaimer every single time. I don't have anything against wigs or weaves. Okay. Disclaimer. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything against that. I'm just, I'm into expression.
Okay.
Yeah. So my daughter came to me and she's like, I also want to put on weaves and wigs and things like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what example am I setting if I can't fully accept who I am? You know, my hair was always relaxed. It was always under something. Yeah. And so I cut my hair and then I went to the stores to look for products and there were very, very few products for my type of hair. Oh, wow. I tried everything. And then a lady from Ivory Coast, we got in touch and she had shea butter. And she's like, oh, you should try this, blah, blah, blah. So I tried it. I was like, what? This thing is awesome. You know?
Shea butter.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear about it.
Oh, the thing is good. So I tried that on my hair and it was like awesome. And then I first started off with shea butter, tried it on my friends and family and colleagues. And then people were like, hair is growing, much healthier. I actually also started incorporating a more healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just grew from basically a need for natural products.
Wow.
Yeah. And now I have like a range.
To think this all started from going to clicks and not finding anything for yourself. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's changed now, which
Yeah.
is great. It's more inclusive.
Yeah, because you're giving the competition now, aren't you?
Yeah. I think it's healthy.
It is.
Yes.
So you got a range of products now.
Yes.
How many are we talking?
Oh my gosh. I have the shea butter, of course.
Ooh,
It's a staple.
Word.
You should try it.
You got beard oils?
Yes.
Really?
I have beard oil and beard balm as well.
Okay.
I should have brought you some. I didn't know you were serious about the beard situation.
Oh, you didn't know? Now you know.
I have shampoos, black soap shampoo, and a herbal shampoo. I have conditioners. I have masks as well, hibiscus, and henna. So it's like natural products.
Wow. Like
Yeah. I make
that's a
from
wide
scratch.
variety, though.
Yes.
You make from scratch?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes. Except the shea butter. The shea butter I get from Ghana.
Yeah.
But the shampoo, the conditioner, everything I kinda.
You're a chemist.
No. You know, this is a really. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna sound so weird, but it's okay. It's okay. I've accepted my weirdness.
Exactly.
I think everyone has indigenous knowledge that's passed on. Yeah, that's not usually documented.
Yeah.
But, you know, as Africans, we document through storytelling, through music, and so forth. And my grandmother, she's close up. She always, whenever we would get sick, whenever we would go to visit or something, she would always just go to the garden. And I was like, this lady.
you go to pharmacies, man. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So she'd just go to the garden and pluck some herbs and then boil them. And it was nasty as hell, but she'd make us drink it. And then like within an hour, we're fine. And I was like, okay, grandma. But then I think that was kind of passed on to me because I was really fascinated with like, you can heal people from plants. So no, I'm not a chemist, but I have this inner knowing, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Totally get it now. You know, just incorporating things like hibiscus.
Yeah.
I don't know what hibiscus is. I've seen the teas and all that, but I'm just like, what the fuck is this red shit?
I feel like you must try these things. It's really nice.
Like I have a variety of teas, right?
Yeah. Oh, you like teas?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, me too.
Really?
Yes.
I got something in common then.
What kind of teas do you like?
All kinds. The thing is, I'm not like specific on them, but I'm very experimental. So I'll get these hibiscus teas and these cinnamon kind, ginger, watermelon, just different kinds, just to see what they're all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm usually experimental.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, what about you?
Same. I have a basket. Basket of teas.
But that's not that doesn't sound like alien to me. Like it's you.
But interestingly,
cosmetic brand teas. Next thing I need to know is that you do yoga.
Oh man.
Oh my God, did I?
Have I become like a stereotype? No, but you know what's interesting?
What's that?
First, I've not met many men who are experimental in trying things, especially like teas.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Secondly, I think when you introduce an aspect of health into your life, you don't become a stereotype, but you kind of naturally follow.
You just fall in the trap, actually.
Yeah, because it's like I used to have back problems, and then I started doing yoga, and I was like, oh, they're gone. So
wow,
cool. And
underrated.
Teas have like a lot of healing properties as well.
These herbal, like these.
Yes.
Get the mint, and then you get the. Oh my God.
Like for instance, hibiscus is good for high blood pressure.
Apparently.
Yes.
Which I don't have yet.
You should get it.
I feel like
I'm a goals. No.
Yeah, I just like.
Yeah.
That is what it is. But no, don't worry. You're not the stereotype. At least
I have a feeling you want to add something else. Yes, I have natural hair under this. No,
I wasn't even gonna go there.
I don't play the guitar.
You don't play the guitar.
No. I actually did a talk in 2017.
Yeah.
A TEDx talk.
Really?
Yes, on stereotypes.
What is this? Was this the one that you know?
No.
Oh,
I think that was the year after. We were at Safari Court. Yeah. Yeah, so I did a thing on basically what you just asked me now. Like,
stereotypes.
yes. If you have natural hair, do you burn incense? Do you, do yoga? Do you dance naked under the moon?
Oh my God. Really?
There's like a lot of stereotypes that people attach to how you look.
Okay.
And they don't give you the benefit of the doubt of having a conversation to find out who you really are.
Yeah, it makes us judgmental here.
Yeah.
That's
so,
cool.
And it was actually selected in the TEDx 1 billion mark. So I was the only one in Africa who
actually spoke on TEDx.
Who was like recognized by TEDx.
Pretty impressive, I would say.
Yeah, that was mind blowing. And imagine I was actually, don't tell anyone, went into it as a joke.
What? So you didn't even take it serious?
No. I really didn't. And interestingly enough, things that I don't take very seriously are the things that actually go through.
Huh. That makes sense though. Like when you look at things like from a monetary perspective, right? Half of the time doesn't feel right or doesn't feel good, as opposed to like when you do something just for the fact that, you want to experience something or you just want to have fun with it.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, boom, deal. Or in your case, a TED Talk.
And money also, please.
And aren't we all?
Yeah.
So tell me, your cosmetic brand, African
Naturals. Yes. So simple.
I keep forgetting. Original. So tell me, do you distribute your stuff to different kinds of hotels, lodges, or anything like that?
That was actually my plan pre-COVID.
That affected you too, huh?
COVID.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah. But I do have a few like outlets that like there's a outlet in Swakop that sells my products. There's a couple here in Vaynerchuk as well. And I was hoping to also expand in the north.
You should.
Yeah.
I mean, with COVID going on, everyone's looking for natural remedies.
Yeah, no, of course.
Everyone's paranoid, eh?
Yes.
Everyone's paranoid.
Why did people buy so much toilet paper in the beginning?
Thank you. I've been asking this question and nobody has given me a straight answer.
I was hoping you would know.
Dude, here's the thing, right? Toilet paper. Let's just put it like this, right? I grew up with my dad, my mom, whatever, and they gave me the best of both worlds as far as living in the city and on a farm and deep in the farm, right?
Oh wow, yeah.
So it's like, dude, I can shit and wipe my ass with a leaf. Not to say that I do it, but just giving you guys a context.
Yeah.
Like, I can do that. So why is toilet paper a thing again?
Yeah.
Why wasn't meat or food, canned food or something like that?
Exactly.
If this is like the end of the world type of situation, why wouldn't you invest in that?
Like people were really, I had colleagues who bought toilet paper so much that they had to come and store at the office.
Jesus.
And I was like, I felt so weird because I'm like, crap, is something going to happen? Then we run out of toilet paper.
It was so weird.
It was insane. But I think it highlights like, when people panic, there's a term for it. I can't get it now, but it's like when a group of people, if one person panics, they pass that panic on.
It's like a domino effect.
Yeah. And then basically a whole group of people will do the same thing without thinking for themselves.
Yeah, hey?
Yeah.
Because who came up with this trend? This thing came from the States, as far as I'm concerned.
Imagine. We're here in Namibia with toilet paper.
My mom was stocking up on food. That's why I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Sure.
That's much more reasonable.
Yeah.
So toilet paper, hey, that one's a mystery for me, man.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But whoever has an answer to that question, please comment below, because I really want to know why toilet paper was a thing. That's a good one. made sense.
It didn't.
It never made sense.
Oh,
And it was
I'm
weird.
looking for that word. Okay,
You
if
gonna
it comes,
Google it?
I will let you know.
Can I Google it?
Yes.
Yeah, by all means, man. We have all the time in the world.
Because it's not. I won't be able to leave it alone.
But as you're doing that, it's too far?
No.
It's too much work.
Credit.
Right.
It finished. Just remembered.
Sorry about it. We'll figure it out
I'll
later.
I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yes. Also, so that was the plan. So you're in North? Swakop? Oh, not in the North yet.
I'm hoping to be in the north, yes.
You're hoping to be in the North.
Yeah, Swakop and a few outlets here in Windhoek. At the craft center. The craft center is recent. So
yeah, I see.
Yeah, so it's me and a couple of other manufacturers and cosmetics. Yeah, I mean, we're part of the Cosmetics Association, which is also pretty young, but they are dope. It's like sponsored by GIZ. Of course. So, yes.
They owe us.
Yes. Reparations. But
we'll get into that if you want to. That's an interesting topic, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, so that and Maromo, there's like a salon that also sells my products. Pixie Oasis, which is one of my favorite stores, which sells the incense and the crystals.
Nice.
And
you're playing into the stereotypes. You're just playing.
I might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else is there? I used to have Clara's Market before they closed. Yeah, so and then people can also buy directly from me as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell me, how is it operating as a female? You know, who are classified as a female entrepreneur. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
How do you feel like operating in such a demanding industry, or is it like complex?
It's quite complex because we are basically like the first people to actually, I would say, champion cosmetics in Namibia. It's $1 billion industry.
Yeah, can you imagine?
It's like, I saw the stats, it's crazy.
Worldwide or?
Yeah. Okay. I think if you could hop on that train.
I'm in the wrong business now.
Yeah, no, it's $1 billion industry, like for real. And it's quite complex because right now what's happening, like the industry is recognizing that it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And now everyone's kind of scrambling and there's no policies really in place.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
With that scrambling, because now people come up with really shitty products.
Oh, that's the thing. And it's just like, I'll see things, I don't want to throw shades.
No, you have to.
And trees. But it's just like, yeah, the quality can be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as Namibians, we really have to strive for quality in all services and products.
That's true. Even with the sanitizers.
It's
I'm quite...
I found a hair in one that was closed. I was like,
what?
I found a hair, like
really?
hair in a sanitizer, and I was like, where was this made? And the label was skew, and I was like, oh no.
That's all the answer you need.
That was a crazy time.
It was.
Everybody was making sanitizers.
Dude, I remember someone sprayed this so-called sanitizer on me, and it smelled like vinegar.
Oh
spirits, and pine gel. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck? Like, this is so bad, man. Like,
wow.
I know. And I was just like, nah, man, this cannot be happening. The refill?
Yes.
No, okay.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Yes.
I don't know.
I think people were just desperate to make money.
They were.
Yeah.
You know.
But then you put people's lives in danger somehow.
But that's the thing. During times of crisis, that's another opportunity. So people will try and take advantage. I mean, case in essay where these guys were producing fake vaccine.
Oh no.
For real. And these guys, I think they made above 10 million just distributing the stuff already.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But people are so gullible, hey?
Gullible?
People are gullible. Did you hear the guy that bought a ticket to heaven? There was like a story.
This is a first for me. He bought a ticket?
He bought
to
a
heaven.
ticket, like a golden ticket. People are...
Who sold
think
it
people
to him?
want... Clearly a very smart man. I think
my
people just, as
God.
humans, we want instant gratification.
Ooh, there's that too.
Yeah.
Why do we blame that on? Social media?
A little bit, but I think humans have always kind of been that way.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it's amplified now with the social media thing.
Oh yeah, no, it's insane.
But I feel bad like going back and forth about social media, because I'm like, it's also done as much good as bad.
Yeah.
The bad part is really based on people living a life they can't necessarily afford, or just, in other words, lying is just hard, man. It's hard to keep. It's hard to keep up with the lie. I can't. But I've seen it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, I think a couple of, maybe last month or the month before, there was like the Louis Vuitton craze on social media, like Namibian social media. Everybody had like a Louis Vuitton, and I'm like, oh, guys, we're really doing this. So it is, I mean, like you said, it has its good and its bad. So you have to be mindful what you consume.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So if you're going to follow those people, okay, sorry.
To be honest, like my social media, movies, documentaries, literally everything that I consume, whether it's alcohol.
I mean, you need to start somewhere.
You need to start somewhere. Alcohol, like I said, books, movies. Even people I follow on social media, that shit is very important to me, because at the end of the day, you are influenced by these people, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. So
I told myself, man, people who I feel like aren't gonna add any kind of value to my life, and it sounds weird because it's like, when you follow Chris Brown, what I'm like, dude, at the end of the day, right? If I feel like his music is shit to me, which is not, by the way. Yeah. That's just an example. I don't think
it can ever be.
No. Yeah, I think so too, man. It's just the fact that I don't feel like it's adding any value to my life.
Yeah.
So exactly. Like, I just cut that stuff out. I unfollow. I stop certain things. So it's like, state of mind.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
That's gonna be like, ooh.
Yeah. Oh, bad.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's insane. Yeah, you have to be mindful, because things happen so much faster now. And you might think, like, I remember when I was a couple of years ago, a friend of mine, like, I didn't even know trash reality TV existed. I kid you not. Didn't? I did not know. Like, I was in my bubble. I was just like watching my own things.
What do you think Keeping Up with the Kardashians is?
I never watched it. I know my mom would like talk about it, but I was like, just minding my business. And then a friend of mine, like, she stayed over for like a weekend, and then it was like Housewives of Atlanta or something, some ratchet show, and people were just fighting, and I was like, literally the week after, she doesn't talk like this, but she was like, hey Zoe, she was just like, waving her hands,
the
and
attitude,
the neck. Like, what is going on? And I was like, damn, that's how, like, you don't even know you're doing these things, but you're getting influenced.
Exactly.
So I was like, no more trash TV.
So you're into it?
No.
No, never.
It's scripted.
Yeah,
and it's just, it puts people in a really negative light, and I don't like that. It's like, maybe your personality is like, you're a nice person, but because you're on a show, you have to be ratchet. Yeah,
I think that's the problem. You have to sell yourself to make money, hey?
Yeah.
For you, I mean, considering that, you have this brand, that means your social media activity has to be, up there. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with all that stuff that comes with social media?
You know what? Yeah. I'm going to share something that a lot of people don't know.
Okay. I'm getting an exclusive.
Let's
get it.
So, there was a time I was running my brand, like African Naturals. And then also, like, for the past 4 or 5 years, me and a few other ladies co-founded the Natural Hair and Beauty Expo. Yeah. Okay. And I mean, the natural hair community was like in it. We'd have like artists performing. It was like a really nice space where you could just be yourself. That was like for me the ultimate goal. And I was burnt out. Right? It came to a point where I was hospitalized. Yeah.
Whoa.
Because this one time I tried to get out of bed and my left leg didn't. I was like, no, I'm not going anywhere.
We ain't doing this today.
Exactly. So,
wow, man.
And then I went to the hospital and they thought I was having a stroke, and I'm like, I'm too young to be having a stroke.
Lies.
It's rough out here, man. And yeah, so they did a couple of tests and they realized it was stress induced.
Oh.
And I was like, what? Stress? I don't get that. So
yeah, you don't see it.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know because our bodies are so accustomed to the adrenaline and so forth. And people usually from the outside are like, Ish, you look tired. Like, I always look like this.
You look great, man.
You know?
What you talking about?
Exactly. So, yeah, I was hospitalized for like 2 weeks. And then I had to like relearn to walk. And it was 2017, I remember, because I went to Afropunk that year. And I remember I was in the hospital and I was like, God, whoever's listening, please, I want to dance. Afropunk, I can't miss this. Honestly, I was just like, yeah. And then God was like, okay, cool.
I got you.
Yeah. So after that happened, I then had to learn to incorporate a lot of self-care into my life. So with regards to social media, I post when I feel like it. Yeah.
Sounds fair.
Yeah. I don't like, oh my gosh, I need to create content and post every day. Yeah. I post when I have the energy to do so.
But your page looks like it's curated like properly.
Really?
With the green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
was talking for a bit.
You know what the trick is?
What?
Use 2 to 3 colors. And whatever you post, just finish those colors. That's basically it.
Yeah, that's a lot for me.
Yours is literally black and white.
Yeah, that's true.
And black and white can really pop.
It can, hey?
Yeah.
But I don't know, because here's my take.
Okay. Colors everywhere.
I just don't give a shit when it comes to social media, because I just see it as a game. I see it as a game because the only time where you get to have fun in the game is kind of when you're behaving reckless, right? I'm like, that's the same thing with social media. Because if you think about it, like Twitter, like how do you get famous on Twitter? Start saying some wild shit.
Ish.
That's how you start getting traction.
Namibia.
You know? So it's like, I just kind of look at it from that. Maybe it's a lame explanation, but that's how I see it. Because I'm like, don't take it too serious. Like, because everyone has this thing of, okay, I have 100,000, I have 5,000 followers. You know, they all like me.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's not the case. Yeah. You're going to get some really shitty comments and, you know. So
I actually don't want to have a lot of followers.
Oh?
Like for my business page, yes.
Yeah.
Like on Facebook, I think I have like 14,000. I don't know any of those people.
So humble. Just have 40,000. Okay.
And then for like my personal page, I really don't want a lot of people.
You want to stay under the radar?
Sorry?
You want to stay under the radar?
Yeah, I like my privacy and my space. But just to come back to the point you were making, you said that social media is a game. And I think there's different ways you can look at a game. You can look at it as a strategic space where you can position yourself, or you can just be like, I'm not serious with it. And since you have a brand that is growing,
that's different. Okay, maybe I should have specified.
Yes.
I should have specified. Okay, look, when it comes to the personal stuff, I mean, like, influencers.
Okay, no, I have to know that story. What is the beef with influencers?
Where did you hear it from?
Huh?
Where did you hear it from?
Don't answer a question with a question.
There's no beef, bro.
Come on, this is the space to confess.
Apparently. Nah, it's just...
It's okay.
No, the thing
this is a safe space.
I know. I created it. No, the thing with influencers now,
Yeah.
it's the word is tainted now.
Mm.
No, the influencers I think of, right, are people who actually live a certain life. For example, fitness.
Mm-hmm.
They live a specific life. It's fitness. So everything
Yeah.
they do on their social media platforms, whatever they do, is just solely based on what fitness is, what you can do.
Exactly.
It's helping people.
Yeah.
Now it's like anybody can become famous or get followers. You know? People buy followers, so it's like so the.
No, I get it completely.
Yeah, so you get these. This is a personal experience, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the gym once upon a time, and this group of girls walk in
Mm-hmm.
for like 3 or 4. I don't know, maybe what. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing my thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then from the corner of my eye, I see them taking pictures. But I'm like, okay, that's normal.
Yeah.
Then it's like 5 minutes later they leave.
Oh, no way.
So I'm like, okay. And then I swear, on that same day, on my feed, I don't know if the Lord is talking to me, but He literally showed me the same exact girl.
Yeah.
And the feed came on my and her post came on my feed. And I'm like, but you didn't do shit at the gym.
Oh, wow.
Like I saw you.
Oh, no.
You didn't do shit. So I'm like, oh.
And she was probably like hashtagging fitness.
Oh, you already know. Herbalife asked me how. I was like,
no.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, that is. I had a conversation with a really good friend of mine who's also manufacturing cosmetics, and she also has like a fitness for women. Like she used to be a dancer, so it's just like naturally in her, right? And the whole family is quite sporty. And we were talking about like one lady came to her sessions. And she couldn't even do the warm-ups, right? She was just like, oh my gosh, no. And then she left.
I'm sweating. Oh my God.
The next day, she's like, yeah, come and work out with me. I'm a fitness guru. Yeah, so it's like, But one thing that I can share is that I've been working at NBI for about 10 years now. And being in an innovation space and entrepreneurship, you see things come and go. Yeah. And really, people who are passionate about what they do, always consistency throughout. Because it's like, it's in them.
Yeah, it's in them.
So I think at some point, you know, the fakes are going to come out or just going to dwindle and find something else to do. Yeah. And then the people who are like really in it, it's the same in the cosmetics industry. Everybody is selling shea butter now. Everybody. Yeah. And they aren't.
They just slap a logo on it, huh?
Yeah. Just quick, and then you sell it, and it's like, now like, why is it so yellow? It's not supposed to.
It's not supposed to? I mean,
they put turmeric in it so that they can sell. So, yeah.
Before, I want to get into that. Because I want to ask you how dirty this industry is.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. But I was going to, what you just said, you know, about certain people just being consistent and they live that life, right?
Exactly, yeah.
One of my favorite phrases is all things come to light.
Yes.
Like, I don't necessarily care what people are saying and doing. At the end of the day, I will know what you are all about in the next 10 years.
Exactly.
Because you're about it.
Yeah.
And it's talking about it.
Yeah, no, definitely. 100%. Into, like, have a business in an industry that's very competitive since 2016. Still doing it, and I will, like, at 2 a.m. I'm still there like a crazy person mixing. That is love, man.
It is love.
Yeah.
Do you know, are you familiar with Patrick Davids? An entrepreneur. I don't know if I said that right. It's Patrick Davids.
Patrick Davids. Yeah. What does he do?
He's an entrepreneur. Great all-around entrepreneur. Great dude. So basically, he was asked. There was this clip that he released back in the day. Yeah. But then I think someone asked him, how did you know you wanted to be an entrepreneur? And his answer was, I'm paraphrasing, by the way, but it was more on the lines of, I quit every day. I literally quit every day, but my actions spoke in a different tune. Because with him, he was like, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to do this. Yeah. But he literally stood up every day. Another sales pitch, another sales pitch, another sales pitch, whatever he had to do. Yeah. And that right there kind of sums up what entrepreneurship is for me, at least. I feel like quitting.
Last year, I really wanted to quit. Yeah. I was like,
It's hard,
I'm
man.
done.
It's hard.
And honestly, I think it's also really important to have mentors because they can really see things that you don't see, and they can like guide you to make more strategic decisions and like plan in a more consistent way, you know? So I remember, like, she's a friend of mine, my mentor, but she's brilliant. She trains entrepreneurs and so forth in innovation and entrepreneurship. And so she came to me, I was like, no, I'm done. Like, let me just close shop, take my money and go. And she's like, the work you've put in. I was like, oh.
Guilt.
You
Guilt
know?
trap. Yeah,
I was like, oh, man.
Really?
Yeah. And she just made me realize, she's like, Zoe, other people are doing possibly what you're doing, but there is a reason why people come back to you. Like, oh. And then a customer will, of course, text at that time, like, oh my gosh, your product worked. I'm like, oh, man. You know, it just like reminds you of what you do.
You wanted to quit, but someone kind of reminded you why, or rather, what you're doing is so much bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's why we're still here.
Congrats. So mentorship.
Yes.
An interesting thing. I don't feel like there's so much. Maybe it's just me. Maybe because I'm a stubborn guy to some degree. But I don't feel like there's any sense of mentorship in Namibia, really. I don't feel like they want you to do better than them any level. It's the ones that I have spoke to.
Was he high profile, Yoshi? High profile, right?
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah. So the trick that I've learned for the past few years is the high profile ones usually don't have the time because they're also trying to make money. So they really don't have time. There's very few people who are authentic and want to share the knowledge. So start with the people around you, you know, and expand. Don't just think of, okay, I'm going to like seek mentorship in Namibia so we can meet over coffee. Think of the broader network. You can have mentors. There's so many mentors throughout the world who understand the importance of sharing knowledge.
Yeah.
So you don't have to minimize yourself to just Namibia or just Vaynerchuk. And I'm sorry to say this, but the high profile ones really aren't that interested unless you pay them. The ones that we've dealt with. So
it's kind of weird.
Yeah. So there are, like, for instance, I have 2 mentors. So the one is, like I said, my colleague, and she's a very good friend of mine. So she will tell me when I'm doing nonsense. But then also she has a PhD in entrepreneurship.
Nice.
You know, so it's like she knows what she's talking about and she will guide me towards things that are strategic. And then I have a life mentor who will guide me in terms of balancing my life and business, you know. So, and they're not high profile, but they're people around me that I identified as, oh, I can learn something from this person.
Oh, wow. That's like it's a rare bunch right there.
Yeah. You can always just tell me what kind of mentor you need and I can link you up.
It's like psychology for therapists, like the therapist.
No, for real. Like,
that's cool.
One of the, like, I do quite a few public talks here and there. And one of the things that I'm really passionate about is like networking and the power of networking. And we usually think of networking as just, you know, you'll go to an event and you talk, and if you're lucky, you'll exchange numbers or whatever. And there's probably like 1 or 2 people who will follow up, but a deal never really comes through. But if you network smart, you can really expand your customer base. It doesn't just have to be Namibia.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, I mean, even the networks that I have are like amazing people of the world.
Yeah, you just sold it. I'm gonna take you up on that offer.
No, for real. Yeah.
I'll take you up on that offer.
Yeah.
No, but that's amazing. That's really cool, man. Just to know that there are people out there who doing it like for monetary gain. It's not about monetary gain. It's just about. I mean, look, you're gonna die eventually, right? So like, why wouldn't you want to share this kind of information to actually uplift certain people?
Yeah.
You know, the ones that will take it on will see the progress, and the ones that don't.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think it's like a Namibian mindset problem.
Ooh.
Because
can I take it there?
Let them come.
Zoe's my new friend, man.
I got crystals, man. Let them come. No, but for real, like I've been working with entrepreneurs. I worked with artists. I've worked with so many different industries. And the one thing that it always comes down to is people are so afraid to share. Yeah. Because it's fear-based. Much. You know, people don't share ideas because no, they're going to steal my idea. And I'm like, how? If we live in the same country, we see the same problem, we probably will come up with the same solution, but it's in the implementation.
And who's doing it better?
Yeah, and then people see the person on TV. I'm like, oh, but Patrick is also doing what I wanted to do. Yeah, then go do it, Moz. you should if you really want to.
If I'm doing it, I'm probably doing it like worse.
Yeah, or even differently. Like,
I think that's a misconception with entrepreneurship. You have to come up with a new idea. No. But it's not like it's not that. You actually, you can look at old ideas and just make them better.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. I reinvent the wheel. Like, it's right there.
And yet, there are people who do that.
Yeah. So, there are people, like, especially in the innovative space in Namibia, that understands, like, sharing knowledge and having open portals where people can, share ideas and things like that. That doesn't constrict.
That's true.
Yeah.
One of the, I came across an article recently about it, but I heard it probably a month or two ago, where this guy takes basically plastic, basically recycles it, and he makes bricks. Yeah. And I was like, wow. Who's doing that? Now, obviously, imagine. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's innovative, man.
Yeah. And it's such a simple thing.
And apparently.
Yeah.
At least what I saw. I was like, oh, wow. And it's like, this guy from wherever, I think it's somewhere in the north, these rural areas, if he can think of something like this.
The rural guys, they are so innovative.
Do you remember the dude that invented the phone for MTC?
Yes.
And then MTC hired him? I wouldn't have taken that job.
Why?
Because clearly I'm a threat. You can make a call without not using any airtime, nothing. This is all satellite based. I'm not sure, guys. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. But it's like, wow.
But you know what? Remember we were talking about strategic planning? You have to know what your enemy is doing.
Enemy is such a bad term.
But it's there.
But it's there. Yeah, I get it.
Your competitors doing. Okay, since we want to be. Yes.
We're being corporate.
Yeah, so it's smart. I think that's smart.
Yeah, no, they did. MTC has been doing that, by the competition.
Of course.
Look at So1. So1 introduced us with the 500 SMSs and the free calls, and all of a sudden,
but that's why they're on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think about buying shares?
I already bought shares. What's the conspiracy theory on that one?
About MTC shares? You may not get the desired figure. Your desired figure back.
Of course, that's how shares work.
But
MTC is literally the biggest player in Namibia.
Exactly. That's how I think you can't lose.
Exactly. And it's not necessarily for me. It's like shares for... Yeah.
This is like... I'm still considering it, actually. I'm still going through, the paperwork just to see how that's happening.
Yeah, of course.
But I know this is not really for me. It's more for my nieces, nephews, and my, God willing, a kid.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm just looking long-term wise, man.
Of course.
This is for them. This is not for me.
Yeah.
But if I can, get something out of it.
Your name is on the document, so it's okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's cool, man. Okay. Very proactive.
Yeah.
Look
pretty
at you.
Much.
So.
Yeah. What is the scariest thing you've ever done, like in terms of activity? Like to overcome fear?
To overcome fear. Can't think of anything right now.
You're a Leo. You must have done something crazy.
Is that what we're labeled as? Like, you just
Leos are just out there.
Oh man, I can't think of. I mean,
Oh, what's on your bucket list of things to do?
skydiving.
Oh,
It's,
why?
I don't know. It just looks fun, and it's to be that high. No pun intended.
Please don't get high while you. No,
But that might be a really dope feeling.
it
Wouldn't
might.
it?
No.
But like a mellow high, like a
No.
paranoia
Like
high. Like, oh my god.
You need to be there.
Focused.
Yes.
But okay,
It's you should definitely do it.
you tried it.
Yes. I had like a fear of heights.
You did.
Yes. And then like a couple of years ago, it was my birthday. My birthday is December. And and my
December
eldest sister,
babies.
we're crazy. My eldest sister came over. She's like, "Oh, what are you doing for your birthday?" I was like, "I don't really know." And I was like, "I want to do something exciting." She's like, "Oh, let's go skydiving." And then I was like a bit hesitant. I was like, but there was no excuse because she had the car to take us to the office. She had her money. I got my bonus. I was like, ish, hi. And then we went, and it was absolutely amazing. Like, you see the ocean and the desert from up top. Nothing beats it.
That must
Nothing.
be dope.
You should do it.
I think I should.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it actually.
Yay.
Sorry, I am gonna do that.
And bungee jumping?
Bungee jumping, not too thrilled.
That one I would not recommend.
Yeah, I'm paranoid about that. I don't know the fact that it's a rope. I don't know.
Like if
But
I had to, I went. It was a dare.
It was a dare.
Yes. So a friend of mine and I traveled to Zimbabwe through Zambia.
Oh, okay.
I met like really cool peeps on the bus. So we were
Nice.
traveling with
They're
Intercape.
really nice people.
Yes. And then there was this guy. I was like, oh, because we were both having our afros. It's like, oh, you guys look like people who smoke. Oh, I know. I was like, oh, it must be the afro stereotypes. But my friends.
Wait. Did you
Yes.
have the Rasta band? Probably.
We looked a little bit artsy. I know. I was like, oh man. And then after tattoos, it's like, oh man.
Let's
Just
go.
stereotype. And then, so his name is Alan. And it was such an amazing experience. So we were supposed to go to Zimbabwe, but we got off in Zambia. He was just like, oh, just come stay over at my house. And we're like, okay, let's trust strangers. It's okay. And it was really an amazing time. I was staying at an orphanage.
Really?
So it was like a lot of little kids that we were playing with. And then the next day...
So sweet.
Yeah. And then the next day he traveled with us to Zimbabwe. And my friend was like, oh, she really wanted to bungee jump. She's like, no, I can't do it by myself. So you have to join me, Alan. You have to join me. Alan is like, peace, I'm out of here. So I was left alone. And she's like, no, please, let's do it. So these people tied towels, regular towels.
Where?
The ones that you buy. Not some special towel.
Oh
no,
my god,
regular.
bro!
I was there like, I'm dying today.
Towels. I wouldn't even go. I was like, no, I'm good.
You know? So they tied like, I think twice towels, and then, what do you call it? The I almost said strings, but the ropes.
The bungee cord.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so my friend was the first one to go. So they counted to 3. Before they finished, they were like, 1, 2. She was gone.
Jump.
I was like, oh, okay. And then they came to me. They're like, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, my feet don't want to move.
My head's in
because
it.
I'm seeing the river and rocks. My body's like, no. So I asked them to push me.
Okay. That's another strategy.
But it was crazy because, the what do you call it? Like a ricochet?
Oh, like when you bounce back? Like,
Yes, that effect.
Uh-huh.
So when you fall, it's like, you hear the river and it's nice and quiet, and then you get pulled up. And then your limbs are like, no. So other people love it. I would definitely not do it. But skydiving you should definitely do.
Yeah, I think that's my only, not to say I don't have fears, I do, but it's like I can think of something that's really like detrimental to my life. Skydiving, yeah, I'm doing that.
What fear can you share publicly?
What fear can I share? I don't have any fear. I do have fears.
You just said.
Sorry.
We're getting into my counseling sessions now.
I think so. We're getting there. I don't know. I think one of my worst fears, this is probably going to sound generic, but it's failure. It's failure not to try something also. Like, that's my fear. Like, we only have one life to live. Like, literally, right?
Yeah.
And live a life where I want to try shit, knowing that human beings, we can't get anything right or wrong in the beginning. You know, it's just like nothing to lose.
Yeah.
It's like, why not?
So how does the fear of failure come in that?
The fear of failure, where does that come in? No, I just get weird. I just feel weird about it. Especially when I think of something I want to do.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh no, I can't. Maybe it's because I don't have finances, or it's like, where is this all coming from? I mean, obviously there are like real shit happening in our lives. It's reality. This is reality.
Of course.
But it's like, at the end of the day, just try. That's it.
Yeah, no, for real.
That's
Like,
how I see it. Yes.
So one of the things that I incorporated in my life it's been a couple of years, but really believe in manifestation. I know, stereotype, I know.
You read The Secret, didn't you?
Actually, no.
You did it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have this thing when people are hype about something, I steer away from it.
Oh, I'll wait for you to die. Then I go pick it up.
Like Game of Thrones, everyone was like, oh, and I was like, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah.
Although I really love medieval movies and series, I was like, no. And then I binged it.
I think Lord of the Rings was just the best for me.
It was awesome.
I think
But the fact that everyone, like, I think I don't like crowds, or hype.
I'm getting to watch Game of Thrones now. It is weird because it ended like a year ago or two.
And that's the best because then you can just binge.
Y'all can just shut up and I can just watch it myself. And then I'll ask also my friend like, yo, who's this?
Oh wow,
who's this dragon chick, bro? Like
a year later.
He's like, bruh, just stop.
So I mean, when I first moved to Windhoek, I'm originally from Swakop.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
I was gonna guess that. I was gonna guess Swakop Aranjuman.
Really? Why?
Your tone.
My tone?
Yeah, and your demeanor.
What is my demeanor?
Like nice, but I don't know if you're pretending.
What does that mean?
Maybe I don't know. It's just,
you think I'm nice?
Yeah, you are.
Ah.
Yeah. Otherwise, you never been here. And the fact is, even when I called you, you're really engaging, despite it was a stranger calling. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. But
gosh, can you be any more Leo right now?
Confidence. But you're like really engaging, and I'm like, oh wow. Because a lot of people, when I do call them, luckily we got to a place where they understood who I was and what I'm trying to do. But then
yay. Like,
don't feed the ego though. Don't feed the ego.
I can't help it. I really love hyping people up.
But some people are just like, they just come off as genuine and authentic, and for me, I like looking at vibes, how people react to certain things, and now I kind of determine like, okay, this person's like this, and you're really like pretty cool, man. I was like, oh wow.
Oh, thank you so much.
Dope.
Awesome.
She must be nice. So
my other friends, they won't agree with you, but it's okay. Anyway.
Okay, hold on. Maybe because it's like a podcast setting, maybe that's why.
No.
But okay.
No.
Any other random day.
You can ask James. This is how I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what your other friends
but
are
I'm like
about.
really sarcastic as well.
Oh, sucks, right? Because no one understands it.
The people in my life do.
Now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but just coming back to manifestation. I like what you said with regards to knowing who you are, because I mean, I really believe that it's great people share the secret. It's not really a secret. It's just like, it's a knowing that we have within. And we remember when I came to Windhoek, I was looking for work and things like that, of course, as we all do.
Yeah.
And I remember I was working at an ad agency and there were just men and it was a testosterone. And I was like, yo, hi, this place. Like it was really just men and it was like intense. Nothing against men. So this one day I actually got fired from that job.
Did you? What?
Oh my word.
I just compliment you. Like, you're the nicest person ever. Now you're like, I got fired. Like,
no, I was still nice, clearly. Okay. But yeah, I think it was just really not a fit for me. No?
Okay.
Yeah, it was just, we just didn't
But they
vibe.
fired you.
Yes.
Why didn't you quit? It sounds much better if you quit.
I needed money.
Firing was the best option?
No, the one guy just came and he was like, yeah, Louis, we're firing you because you won't amount to anything. I was like, ooh.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It
was really mean. And I was like, okay. I think on some level, it actually like motivated me to do more.
Well, that's another way to look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I'm going to show you one day. But anyway. So the day I got fired, I was like, okay, what is my happy place? I really didn't know a lot of places in Windhoek then. I still don't.
Makes both of us.
So I went to the art gallery.
Oh.
And because I love art. So I go in and like you have to sign your name in. And that day, there's a gentleman sitting there. He wasn't generally the security. And his name was Lawrence Kasip. My surname is Kasip. It's a man's surname. Long story. So I know. So I was like, oh, you have the same surname as I do. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah. And then we started talking. And then he called another colleague of his who was from Sokop. And the guy's like, oh, you're from Sokop? I'm also from Sokop. So us three, they're talking and blah, blah, blah. And it was just a nice vibe. And I completely forgot I got fired. And then Charles, the other gentleman, oh, okay, what are you doing at the gallery? And I was like, I'm looking for work. It's like, oh, really? A job just opened up. We're looking for a curator. I was like,
wow, fate.
Yeah. I was like, no freaking way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I applied. Mm-hmm. I got the job. And literally that is the projection of my life since then. It was it was years ago. Almost 15 years ago.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And then the job at Nest, I got it the same way as well.
Fight again?
No. Damn, oh no, please.
Oh, shit.
No.
Clearly there's something wrong with you, man.
No, that one I resigned from it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah. But
Are you familiar with definition art?
Yes.
You are.
I've not gone yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I had one of the guys, the founders. The founder, rather. Emmanuel. Yeah. Nice guy. Lovely guy.
Awesome.
Yeah, and he was telling me about it, how it all got started. And it's kind of weird because something about artists, like they got to go through some really traumatic shit. And then they kind of like discover a passion or what they want to do. No, but it's like it's a reoccurring thing. A lot of artists I've met, I'm just like, oh.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's depressing as hell.
It is.
It is. Yeah. I mean, speaking of traumatic shit, I I also like counsel people who've gone through trauma.
Yeah?
Yes.
Another side hustle? Or this is because
it's like, you get a calling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things. I've always naturally been like that. Now I'm able to like put a term to it. So since...
What do you mean put a term to it?
Okay, let's say when I was working at the gallery, in my office there was always like a little chair, for visitors. People would literally just come in and talk about their problems. And I was like, oh, I'm trying to work. And continued into Nest as well. I literally have like a little couch where people come and sit and like, oh my gosh, so this and this and this. People naturally tell me the things that they're going through. And this year, I finally attended like a trauma healing workshop and certified. Yay. But it's basically like I can now kind of term it now. It's not just people talking to me, but it's people who are trying to heal through trauma. Because a lot of us have gone through trauma. especially if you're a person of color.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cultural trauma, there's traditional trauma. I'm sure any person of color that you've spoken to has had the same childhood as you, mostly.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to look far for trauma if I read it every day in the paper.
Mm.
I mean, did you read that story where that mother broke her daughter's arm? Then they had to like amputate it.
Oh.
Yeah. And guess what they were fighting for?
Mm-mm.
About
Mm.
spice.
Oh, no.
Meat spice. You broke her daughter's arm.
Oh, my goodness. And it had to be amputated.
Yeah, amputated basically. So I was like, huh.
Sure.
Trauma.
Yeah, no, for real.
That's trauma.
And one of the things, because I'm really, really sensitive, I don't read the newspaper.
Oh, you should. It's
It's
crazy.
Yeah, I read it like if I feel like, okay, I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'll read it like towards the end of the day. But I can't watch news. I can't read newspaper in the like early morning. That just depresses the hell out of me. For me specifically. I don't know.
I'm trying to think about, when you're kind of like, when you're waking up, that's like kind of like when you're most vulnerable.
Exactly.
Like mentally especially.
Yeah.
So like whatever, the first thing that you consume that day probably is going to be like,
Exactly.
like, damn.
You're just there, depressed at work, depressed wherever.
I get it.
Yeah.
But that's why I think me, I would listen to music or a podcast. Someone that I'm really interested in listening to, or a topic I want to hear. Yeah, that will set the mood for the day.
What do you feel about Black men healing through trauma? Do you guys do it?
We don't acknowledge it, although it's something that we should do. Like, I don't know, it's a reoccurring theme on this podcast, actually.
Yeah.
I keep saying, guys, we're only human. Obviously, men are given the label of being providers and protectors, so we can't be seen as weak dealing with emotions.
Yeah.
Just stupid, but
exactly.
we do it. But I'm looking at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
I've been seeking for therapy, by the way.
My doors are open.
So we're not gonna do this. But I mean, I've been doing it for years, and I said I'll take you up on that offer, on the mentorship and the therapy. Yeah, but I just feel like there's not necessarily anything wrong with me. Like, people got problems for real. Right?
Yeah,
they got issues, but I just feel like maybe become a better person if I actually figure out certain things. I'm probably probably not dealing with certain things. So that's how I honestly feel, and I feel like maybe trying to address it with someone who may or may not know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, which is so easy. That's why it's so easy to talk to people at a bar.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on, but they're just like, oh, really?
No, I don't do that.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, no.
I know not everything, but just enough.
Yeah. No, you should attend my sessions one day. Like, I have this other platform called Tangles Talks. I launched it in 2019. So basically the idea is discussing all kinds of issues, right?
Is that Clubhouse? Or
no, I don't want to do Clubhouse.
I'm just putting it out there.
I know.
You look so depressed. Like, oh no. Like,
no, I don't even check out anything on Clubhouse. So I'm just like, no.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I really love, COVID has its things, but I really love like connecting to people, like in person. So
what do you think this is?
Exactly.
I'm like, I can have a video call with this chick. I have to talk to her.
Yeah, it's like, it's not, you don't get to feel the person's vibe. You don't see their reactions. You don't, Yeah. So anyway, I have this platform called Tangles Talks. And the reason why I named it Tangles Talks is generally when you go and visit someone, they always offer tea, like as an invitation, They're like, oh, would you suki a kopi tea or whatever. And so it's like an invitation. And then Tangles is kind of the discussion around Africanism and natural hair and issues with regarding to people of color. And then Talks is then whatever talks we can
What about conversation sparks?
Yeah, we talk about relationships, we talk about trauma, we talk about feminine energy and masculine energy and all kinds of things. So you should come to one of my events.
When?
Mostly, there's always mostly women, but sometimes I have men. Like the last one we had, they were, oh my gosh, there were 3 men, and I was like the only woman on the list. And we're talking about expectations in relationships.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
I was there like, hey.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So
How did that go?
It was really amazing because the language that women have and men have is so different.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So for instance, I think it was also on YouTube that men have a nothing box. Like you guys can sit in front of the TV and just
just
chill.
zone out.
Just chill out. Women don't know that. We're like, what are you thinking about? What's on your mind? And you're like, nothing.
As funny as that sounds, it's so real.
I learned it at that event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, guys were not that like hard to figure out unless you know what? I'm gonna speak for myself.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, let me not go there. I can't speak for my friends.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own personality and stuff. But we're not that hard to figure out. At least for me. Okay, maybe it's the fact that I'm an introvert, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of introvert are you?
Ouch.
Maybe there's levels to this that I don't know. You don't come off as introverted.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Like introverts interviewing people is...
Okay, look, I have to be comfortable around you for me to actually engage with you.
That's why I'm asking, are there levels of...
I guess so, but technically I'm an introvert. If I like your vibe, if I know who you are, whatever the case may be, then I will engage with you every single time. But 9 times out of 10, I'm literally observing people, just like, oh, okay.
What is the purpose?
Observing.
Just observing.
Yeah, just observing. Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh.
Because then I actually, like I said, the whole vibes and energy.
Yeah.
I look at like I can share a joke with this dude. I can share a joke with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one no. So that's how I interpret things. That's how I interpret. Or that's how I go about it. Yeah.
Interesting.
I know.
Yeah. You see, you're just here contradicting yourself. Come on, I'm an introvert, but I'm also a Leo.
Yeah, that's a big contradiction, right?
Yeah. Leos are usually quite exuberant and outgoing and extrovert. I know. Did you just roll your eyes at me?
No, I didn't.
You did.
I did. Shit.
Stereotype, ne? It hurts. Boom.
Can't blame me. This is a perfect way to start this day, yo. Or to end the day at least.
But yeah.
Man, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So back to how dirty this cosmetic industry could be. Tell me, what are the things that kind of like threw you off when you like got into this thing?
Oh, I think it's okay. Not the thing I've experienced.
Yeah.
Everyone is out for themselves, which is understandable. I think it took me a while to understand it because I'm very much, let's share knowledge and kumbaya and like, let's hug. Like, let's share resources so we can make our lives easier. Honestly, it's like if packaging is an issue, I don't have to struggle alone. We have the same issue. We could order packaging together, split, get a discount,
Even better.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I learned that a lot of people don't think the way I do. And as a result, they will, come close to you and like, oh, hey, Zoe, how you doing? Just to kind of know what you're doing so that they can copy it. Yeah. Wow. So that's kind of, it's sad that it's become a malicious industry. But yeah, that's the reality. Like the competition is so high. People are like, I need to get my products on the shelves and willing to do anything. Get it on the shelves. Not that you're going to sell, but yeah.
Yeah, you just threw shade.
Just trees.
Yeah. So I mean, has someone ever like stolen? Like, I do believe, you know, there are a lot of things involved as far as I was gonna say cooking. Like
Manufacturing.
Manufacturing.
You were cooking things in the
because there's certain ingredients obviously you incorporate in your products. Like,
Yeah.
Has anyone like ever stole? Like,
A few people tried.
they've tried.
Yes.
Is it really that shady?
It's the thing is, I am a really straightforward person, so I think I expect that from people. You know, if someone wants something, just go out and say it. Just ask me, Zoe, I want to know how you formulate this and this and this. Then I'll help you. But if it's shady, then I'm always like, So people have in the past, I've gotten smarter now. People in the past have, like I said, gotten close to me through internships because I really believe in teaching others. And then they always like, just with a notebook, so what did you put in there? And then at some point I was like, oh, why do you want to know? Because it's my method is a little bit crazy. So it's not your general...
As far as making this stuff.
Yeah. As far as making.
You dance around the ingredients.
No. It's just, you know how people are like, I know the measurements.
Yeah. You just...
Yeah, I really, like, genuinely, I kid you not, the last time I had these two ladies who were interning for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm just putting I'm not weighing them, the products, right? So I'm just putting it in the containers. And the one was like, wait, how do you know this is 250 gram? I was like, okay, just weigh it. She weighed it, 250 gram. The next one, 250. She's like,
muscle.
How? I was like, I don't know, but I just know.
Muscle memory?
Probably also. Yeah, so it's unfortunate. I think it's in all industries. It's not just the cosmetic sector. So, yeah. So the other thing that I want to share is trust your instincts when it comes to business. Yeah.
That's true.
Don't go against your instinct is there to guide you. If you meet someone and you're like, don't go for it. Deal whatever. Don't go for it. Because you're going to pay later in life for it.
Words from a wise woman. Have you ever made like a bad business decision before?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, more than one?
Yes.
That's how I know you're human.
But no, everything's perfect. No, there's no way.
Can you imagine being perfect?
I could never.
Sucks.
Could never. I'm so flawed. I think everyone is.
What's the point of living if everything's perfect? Everything you do, literally, you can't go wrong.
No.
You know?
That would be so boring.
Yeah, excitement comes from failures and just fucking up, really.
Yeah. No, failure is such a huge part of entrepreneurship.
True.
And if you learn to embrace it, you can move on faster and just learn from it, keep going. So, yeah. I mean, I've made blunders. I once hired an assistant who like took my money.
I have so many questions.
I trust.
I have so many questions.
Interestingly, my instinct when I met her was like, And I was like, no, but she's so sweet.
Isn't that like a female thing though? Yeah, y'all don't like each other.
I think everyone no. Oh my gosh, I love women. Not like Let me take my
take a sip.
No.
And correct yourself.
Oh my gosh. I'll not go back on my word.
Love them all. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I always feel like it was a female thing. Like, obviously you're different. Like, let me not generalize, but I am gonna generalize. Like, women don't necessarily like each other as fond of each other, unless you get a friend though.
Oh wow.
Some just hate you off the bat, and it's like you don't even know her. So,
remember in the beginning when I said I can't relate? I really can't. I hear of the stories. I hear about it and I see it, and I'm just like, if you don't like someone, why are you friends?
I'm even obsessed with them. You don't even know them half of the time. So
imagine it. No, I really, I kid you not, I really can't relate, and the reason why is because I'm very, very intentional about who I allow in my life. Yeah. No, I'm really intentional. If we don't vibe, I'm not going to force it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That goes with every industry.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So back to your assistant.
Mm-hmm.
How did she get her hands on your money?
Oh, wow.
And then she dipped.
Ish. But you know what, ne? Wait, let's not get there.
Oh.
So
Off air? You gonna tell me off air?
ish. So
Okay.
what happened was
Let's go.
I like to trust people. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt because I've been given so many chances as well. I have screwed up a lot.
Preach.
Yes. My parents can attest to that. So I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So what I did in that case is I had 2 assistants, and the one who ended up taking the money, given my bank card and the code, because I get the texts.
Yeah.
I know. I still do it though.
Hey.
Yeah. So because I did it in the past, so I was like, okay, cool. And tell them that it's a system of trust. And once you break that system, it's done. Cool. So she went and she withdrew some money, and then she was quiet. She put the card in an envelope and then under the studio door. And then I was like, So I just texted her a couple of times. I said, no, shit happens. No, if there is a problem you're going through, there's different ways that you can address this instead of taking money. And she was just quiet. And then after a while, I saw she was liking my things on Instagram. So I texted her again. I tried to call, she's not picking up. I texted her, I said, I'm still here if you want to talk about whatever you're going through. Because
You're really nice, man.
I just think, if you're going to steal money, you're going through some shit.
Probably.
Yeah.
Half of the time.
Yeah. And I know she was going through, family issues and stuff. So I was like, this is probably not the solution to do it this way. And she was like, no, I don't want to deal with this anymore. So I was like, oh, you forgot I'm a Sagittarius. It'd be nice, ne?
Mm-hmm.
But if you cross me,
It gets real.
I was like, okay. So case number C. And she was like,
Oh, shit.
okay, I kind of just made it up to scare her.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she's like, no, Zoe, don't make a case. I was like, listen, my door is still open. We can talk about this. And then she came through. Like, no, my dad kicked me out. I was like, dude, literally, you could have just told me and I would have helped you out. You could have even stayed with me and until you get back on your feet. Done that with a lot of people. It's like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, if you don't talk, you won't know. So, yeah, we managed to solve it at the end of the day.
I don't know if this is a front, but you're really kind. You're really understanding.
Yeah, I've gone through some stuff. You know the trauma you were talking about?
Yeah. By the way, how much did she take?
Sorry?
How much did she take?
$2,750. Not a lot, but
Okay.
yeah.
But it's dumb. Familiar with Gary Vaynerchuk?
I'm really bad with names.
Gary V. Yeah, but
What does he do?
this entrepreneur, he has this crazy media empire.
Is he from here?
No, it's from the States, sorry.
Oh, okay. Is it the guy who sometimes introduces new camera equipment and stuff?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'll put you on. Rather, I'll show you once we're done with this.
Okay.
Anyways, he had this thing where he's like, I'm paraphrasing again. So he's like, anybody who has the intention of fucking you over is their loss.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I've experienced that. That's why, I'm going to be a stereotype again.
Let's go.
I really believe in karma. That's why I try to move correctly in this world.
Bad energy, just collecting that shit.
Oh, yeah.
You're just collecting
I've literally seen it happen to... There was someone else who stole $10,000 from me.
Damn.
Then... yeah, that was a lot. No, that was a lot. And the funny thing is, I actually included her in the deal because I saw she was struggling, and then she took. But we still managed to solve it. I just believe, like, if you know me and you know that you can talk to me first, and just do that. Because for me, it's about the principle. It wasn't even about the money. It was about the principle.
Yeah.
So I really felt betrayed by that. And I was like, there's so many different ways to deal with things. You don't have to take the last resort option, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So karma is a real thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yo, do you mind if I go take a piss?
Go ahead. Like, are you gonna in here?
Wow. I'm not giving the answer, man.
Since you want to ask.
Wow. I hope that I didn't do a piss in here.
Yeah, I'm just here for the interview.
Yes, you are.
As a belief.
Oh my god.
It's true, ne?
Yes.
It's rough. I think it's because when people ask me for hair, I'm just like, ah. So,
Yeah. Kind of gets to you. Anyways, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So that was one of the most, well, not the most, but one of the most fucked up situations you've been in as far as trusting someone.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Damn, you got so much. You got a lot more to deal with.
What do you mean?
This is just, that was just the beginning, probably. You got a lot more to deal with. As you grow, you're gonna attract a certain kind of crowd as well.
You know what? It comes back to being intentional again.
Mm-hmm.
People go to places or to people that have the same energy or the same, you can call it vibe, you can call it energy, you can call it personality, whatever rocks your boat. So
energy.
I'll go with energy. So like I said, I don't separate my intentionality with business and personal, like I'm throughout. So if there's a deal, it might look amazing. But if my instinct is like, I really, like, I follow it to the T.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also in regard to every area of business. And the thing is, I think everyone has that within themselves. I've just learned to, like, hone it a little bit. So I can see when people are not having good intentions. Literally, I'll be like, I know. And it freaks my friends out. They're like, and that one? Like, no.
Are you like the psychic of the group? Like,
kind of.
Somewhat.
But we all kind of like that. Everyone has gifts, so.
Remind me not to come across y'all and your friends.
Do you think if you hadn't had good energy, I would be sitting here? Exactamundo.
I could lie, but I mean, I could have.
I can tell when people lie. It sucks so bad.
Especially like when you know the truth, you're like,
oh my gosh. And in a relationship, it's the worst. Yeah.
That's
yeah, it's bad. I even know when my mom is lying, I'll be like, sis.
You just know?
Mm-hmm. You're like, oh shit, I shouldn't lie now. Dun, dun, dun.
I haven't lied yet.
I would have called you out on your lie.
Yeah, you probably would have.
Yeah.
My facial expressions give me away, apparently.
Mm-hmm. You must, then don't lie.
It's not even about that. You just, I have this thing where, like, if I feel disgusted or I just don't like you, apparently I give off a face.
Okay.
Like, let's say a chick walks in and she's just like talking reckless, man.
Mm-hmm. What is reckless talking? I want to engage in that.
You can engage in that. Yes. I mean,
what is reckless talking?
I can wear whatever I want. Feminism. Don't touch me because I'm wearing.
How is that reckless?
No one needs to hear it.
Seriously? That's your definition of reckless talking?
I mean, it gets extreme though.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
I just like, just people making dumb observations or, just like.
So you're not a big fan of feminism?
I am for it. It's just it's like it's like religion. And what we were speaking about earlier, it's like message is becoming tainted. I don't think people even know what feminism is to some level. I've spoken to a couple, and it's like a couple of feminists apparently, and it's like
feminists apparently,
and I don't think they understand what it is. Because for me, look, it's all about equality for females, but the kind of equality they're looking for is like a man can sleep with as many women as he wants, and she would be like, "Oh, I can sleep with as many men as I want to." But it's like, look, difference between you and a dude is a man will be praised, you wouldn't be praised for that. So that's that kind of equality I don't think you want.
Yeah.
Specify, know what you want, and it's not about what being what men are. It's about just being what you are as a woman and what other values you can contribute.
Interesting. I mean, I get what
Sounds
you're saying.
Okay, cool. Let's get into it. This is
When
what
I
it's all
say
about.
interesting, ne? No, but for real, like I understand fully what you're saying, and that is one of the, what do you call it? What conversations? Like
Hot topics.
No, crap. What's the word?
Issues.
Will come to me.
Okay.
Arguments. Yes, it's one of the arguments. Yes. You want to give people gin musoke.
Yeah.
The brain is like. No.
Okay. Should have told me.
Rest. So yes, that's one of the, like, it's a very valid argument. Then you also get the double standards that comes with it.
There's that
you know?
too.
Yes. So it's like, where does the double standards come from? It's society. You know, it's like men will be praised for doing a certain thing, and then women will be looked down upon. And like, for instance, I had a very big revelation this year, actually.
Oh, shit.
I was like trauma healing myself.
Okay. Taking it all in.
You know, I was like, you also need to check yourself.
Yeah.
So I have 2 kids, right? A boy and a girl. I would die for them. Like, they are my sun and moon. They are everything. And I remember, like, when you go into the dating pool, at some point it's also like a bit of a conversation. It's like, and like, I'm not looking for a stepdad. I'm looking for a partner. You know?
Okay.
Which, like, that's another topic on its own. And of course, with that comes like, oh yeah, you're a single mom, blah, blah. I'm like, but I'm the parent that stayed. Why is the beef not with the one who didn't stay?
Here's a debate, though.
Yes.
The debate I have, my friend.
Bring it. We are ready.
Because there's this thing of being a single mother, then also that thing of you portray being a single mom.
Okay.
Because there are fathers who are actively trying to be with their kids. So are you the kind of mother that's like, no, you can't see these kids because I have an issue with you. I want you to see these kids, but he's trying.
Yeah, of course.
In your case, he's not trying.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, it comes back to stereotyping people because of, you've heard the baby mama drama and like, I hate when people send me Happy Father's Day. Dude, I'm not the father. Like, yeah. But you're a single mom. I'm like, no. You know, so there's so much attached to it. But I think it's really important to have individual conversations and not just box people for who they are.
Sure. Or
based on stereotypes or based on whatever double standards are in society. So in my case, it's not like that. It's just like, I have, the communication is wide open, but also I understand that people have their traumas. As a result, they can't show up fully as a father or fully as a person they want to be. Yeah. So it's more, what's the word? I don't want to say dear makar.
But it is.
Yeah. Not really. It's more, there's more layers to it.
Yeah.
than what people see on surface.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's always going to be your truth.
Exactly.
Their truth.
Yeah.
And the real truth.
Yes.
So
have conversation. Like that's what I love about what you do. You have conversations with people. People don't have conversations.
They don't.
Yeah.
It's like first come, first serve. The first story that comes out, that's what I'm sticking with.
Yeah.
And
that's like, very problematic also. Yeah.
It's Charlemagne who said like people enjoy the false narratives, basically. Like fake news sells. Fake news is interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get it.
Yeah.
So.
But it's very detrimental to society because when you think about it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just dealing with it, but you bring it on to the next generation. Like we're gonna have really dumb kids.
Unknowing, dude. I am afraid. I am so afraid. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. But
are you afraid of being a father?
Not at all. No, I would love to be a father.
Interesting.
Yeah, just I'm gonna equate this to everything that's been said about this new era that we're living in. I don't think there's a scenario where you actually get to pick a proper baby mama or the mother of your child, as my friend likes to put it. He's like, hey, I remember.
But you see, baby mama has a negative connotation to it.
And my friend corrected me. He was like, hey, man, that's the mother of my child.
Whoever your friend is, yes.
I left it, but I was like, okay, I get it. I respect you for saying that.
Yeah.
Because, baby mama, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just, to be honest, I don't know what's right, who's going to be right, who's going to fit to be a baby mama, whatever. Baby mama, I'm going to go with that for now. I don't know, because it seems like that validation that everyone's looking for right now, especially on social media. Yeah. And I'm sorry I have to bring it back to social media, but it's a thing.
Yeah, of course.
It's a factor. I don't know if they're there actually for the right reasons anymore. I don't know where their mental state is. I'm not like you. I'm not necessarily like a good mind reader. But
I wish. My gosh, I'd be a billionaire by now.
You're medium.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the intentions are. So it's like I'm not necessarily like actively looking for a relationship. But I feel like it's gonna come through. And that's my hopeless romantic side talking. Yeah. I just feel like it's gonna happen.
Oh, I'm a hopeless romantic as well.
Yeah?
Oh, gosh.
Sucks to be us.
I'm sappy. Yeah.
Terrible to be us right now.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's like a me trait or like a Sagittarius trait.
Oh my God.
I know.
This has been a whole
like I'm going to bring it.
Astrology vibes. We've been talking about.
Do you want me to read your palm? Oh my gosh.
I would shut down this session right now. I was like, no.
Oh my gosh. This one night, I pretended I could read people's palms at a party.
Did it work?
I was just there lying.
How many of them actually?
But they believed me. And I was like, wow, I'm so convincing.
The mind is a powerful thing.
It must be the glasses. Right?
True.
Yes. So, anyway.
I knew you were smart ass when I saw the glasses.
Damn it. So, the truth is, I'm actually a nerd. I just come through as like a spiritual sister.
Word.
But anyway, so I think as much as social media influences people, there are also real people on it.
Yeah, they are.
So you have to kind of set the values and the standards to attract the people that you want in your life.
Facts.
Otherwise, you're just going to attract toxic IG models with the booty on Instagram.
And with the Bible quote.
Yeah.
And an ass. It's like, okay, what's the correlation?
But you guys like that.
Yeah, of course.
But you don't want to wife it.
What?
Hey.
It's different. Wifing a certain or particular kind of woman.
What is a particular kind of woman? If you had to stereotype right now.
What would be the ideal kind of woman?
No, We're keeping it real here.
Keeping it real.
100.
What was your question? Sorry.
I look at you.
I'm gonna give you like
You
a proper
heard
answer.
me.
No, this is for the fans. This is for the audience.
Yes.
What is your question?
What is? Oh gosh, what did I say? I forgot.
We're talking about.
Like the type of woman that you would not wife.
Oh, the type of woman I would not wife.
Yes.
That's a tricky one, man.
Because generally men love the IG model aesthetics.
Mm-hmm.
The tiny waist, big booty, olive skin.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody looks the same. But okay. No shade. Just trees. But anyway, you guys will love it. You will DM those kind of girls.
Okay,
but then you go and marry the
humble lady.
The one who is like Stephen Curry's wife.
Oh, that.
Yes.
I don't know her name, but yeah.
Yeah.
Levels to it. That's how I feel. Anyway. There's levels to it, because
you look very uncomfortable.
No. I'm gonna give you like a proper scenario, because I have dealt with a girl, right, who had like a really large following. Before I knew that, I just
is that a bad thing?
Depends what you ask.
Okay.
Yeah. Depends what you ask. Because initially, when we and her got to know each other, we were just talking. Mm-hmm. And for me, I didn't necessarily think anything of it. I just feel like, this was a nice girl. Let me to know her.
Yeah.
And the attention aspect. The attention aspect, like the kind of attention she wanted from me. Yeah. I could not deliver that.
What kind of attention did you want?
Like everyday kind of attention. Like, you're doing something. It's like no matter what you're doing, you have to drop it and just go to her. And I'm like, I can't do that. I have a design business. Yeah. If I have a deadline tonight, there's no fucking way I'm gonna see you. Yeah. But I would make those sacrifices. I wouldn't necessarily hold it against her and tell her like, no, I left her because of you. No, I'll just make that sacrifice and go see her. So like, for a while. Yeah. Long story short, a month later, I was like, fuck it. And then I was like, what was all of that about? Yeah. Then I go check her IG. I was like, oh shit.
What does that mean?
80, 100,000. I'm like, oh fuck. 100,000 followers, whatever. I'm like, oh, she kind of wanted that kind of attention on her. And
interesting.
Like, but the thing is, overall, the point I'm trying to make is that she was a nice person. Yeah. You know, the image, obviously, as far as having this kind of so many followers, whatever, it is gonna throw people off. It's gonna throw a lot of dudes off. Yeah. Let's be honest.
We were talking about the many followers. The
many followers thing, like it just throws a lot of people off. A lot of dudes.
Why?
It's just.
Is it competition?
Probably. Yes, it has to be one of them. Yeah. It has to be one of the factors. But for me, as I got to know this girl, I kind of felt like, I'm actually being a hypocrite because I was the same guy who was judging these girls based on that. But at the end of the day, once you actually get to know these people, you gotta get a whole different perspective. No. Yeah, that's why I don't really care about followers. Yeah. Really about your personality or who you are as a person.
But I mean, you can't really control who you follow, can you?
No. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like who follows you? I mean, you can like actively block people. Like for the past few days, I've just been blocking people. I'm like, I don't know you. Block. Yeah. Because numbers are not important to me.
Not really. But like what I said earlier, I watch what I consume. So that also means the kinds of people I follow. Yeah. So it's like.
So the issues were like, did you guys break up?
Just the fucking attention. I couldn't deliver. I just couldn't deliver it. Yeah. I couldn't. She was a nice girl. It's just that aspect of her. It just fucking
was too much.
I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Because I understood what she was going through.
Yeah.
And all these things she was telling me. It's just. You know what? I actually jumped into the deep end.
What do you mean?
I just got into it because I felt like, you know what? I'm not accustomed to getting into relationships like that. So I'm like, let me try something new.
So you're going back to the
my fear, not fears, but I just wanted to do. I was like, fuck it, let me just try.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's my fault. But the overall, awesome chick, just wrong timing, probably.
You don't seem sure.
No, just trying to yeah.
But I get that when people want so much attention, it's usually because they are either seeking some form of validation, or they don't know, or they don't have things to do, basically.
You see what I mean? So so for a long time, I'm like, am I being a dick? Because that's how I felt. I'm like, yeah, she was doing something. She was doing something. It's just the fucking attention was too much. What about you? I mean, you're a female entrepreneur. Your guy wants attention from you on a daily basis, on like 24/7. Oh, you see you see the face that you made? So how come when I say these things, I'm the dick, bruh? You know what I mean? Like, why am I the piece of shit when I say these things? But a woman's like, because that face you gave was exactly how I felt.
But no, I think it's important to also give each other space to miss each other. Also,
that's
and
what
just
I thought.
And also just to do your stuff. Like, you should have a life and I should have a life. And then when we get together, it's like catching up and whatever.
Yeah.
But do you believe in attachment styles? Do you know that?
Attachment styles. Elaborate, please.
Like everyone has everyone has some form of attachment style based on their childhood.
Attachment style.
Yeah, so you get secure attachment, you get anxious attachment, and you get avoidant attachment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's break this down.
Yeah.
Yeah. One.
So, okay, for example, it's like you have to, whenever people date, people don't really talk about issues that actually affect or will affect the relationship. So it's important to just ask questions like, oh, are you and your dad close? Or you and your mom closed? Or close? What kind of relationship do you have with your parents? That can give you an indication of what this person has kind of endured. And that leads up to what kind of attachment style they have. So anxious attachment is usually people who have been abandoned or feel abandoned. And as a result, they'll continuously call, or they want to check what you're doing. They just feel like you're going to abandon them as well.
Yeah. Okay. Abandonment issues.
Yes. And and it usually stems from a parent that has left suddenly or died or whatever. That's one of the things.
Shit. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you get avoidant, who is like, they don't want to express their emotions. It's usually the people who are like emotionally unavailable. So they'll, oh, damn.
I was told that.
Yeah, I've met a few of you people. So it's usually people who don't want to share really their emotions. They don't want to be vulnerable as much. And that's also like a trace to how you were raised as a child. So you'll get close, but the moment someone has been vulnerable or opens your vulnerabilities, you're just like, no. And then you ghost them. Or you're just like, nah, I ain't doing this.
I think I'm the problem. Okay, continue.
Yeah. So where you actually want to get at is secure attachment.
Okay.
It's like, attachment. Yes, where you give each other space, you openly communicate about, I don't like this, I like this. But all of us, like at some point I had anxious attachment.
Ooh.
Yes. And then I had to go back to my childhood, sort that shit out, and be like, okay, let's do secure attachment. So I'm fine by myself.
Yeah.
I can be vulnerable with people. I can be open. And I can also respect people's boundaries. And I also set my boundaries. Yeah.
I like that. But out of curiosity, do you like, is that the process you go through looking at certain male suitor for you? Is that the things that you look at?
Yeah. You know what? With my previous partner,
Creepy. I'm joking.
That was actually the first like intentional relationship. Because throughout my life, you'll meet people and you're like, oh, we like similar things, we like each other, and you just hit it off, and then it's a relationship. And later on you see all these red flags and all of these things, and then you break up. So when it was a couple of years ago, so when we started dating, he love bombed me. Oh my word. And I didn't see it as that because I had anxious attachment, right?
He love bumped you.
Yes. It's like every day, call, flowers, food. It was like, pa, 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 pa. And it's like, hey, chill. It was like, generally, people will slowly get to know you.
Yeah.
And with him, it was like, pa, all of this. And of course, I got accustomed to that. And what was interesting is we both had childhood trauma, right? So because of my abandonment issues, my biological dad decided to dip. I had that attachment, that anxious attachment. And with him, because someone also died, his grandmother died, who he really cared about, he also had like abandonment issues. So he was emotionally unavailable and I was anxious attached.
Yeah.
So usually those two kind of find each other. Okay. And then basically the thing that they fear the most happens. You kind of manifest the fear because you're like, I knew he was going to go. And then he goes. And this one is like,
that's what you wanted, so it's like, why are you mad?
But that's the thing. Underneath it all, we want people. Yeah. You want your person. Then fear kind of overshadows that. Then you're like, oh yeah, just to validate yourself. I knew that person was going to go and they were going to do this anyway. People are just like that. And then you just repeat the cycle until you break the cycle. I know I went a bit
was so
deep.
Complicated.
Not really. Just heal your childhood traumas. Easy peasy.
That's simple. That's your advice.
No, for real. Like if you had to look at what relationships you attracted or you were in, they're all going to be similar based on your childhood. Because as children, we learn what we see and what we grow up with.
True.
Yeah.
I'm having a session right now. Just thinking.
I tend to do this. I'm sorry.
Why you gotta do that? Couldn't even wait till we fucking cancel this to actually stop this, but yeah. Okay. Pretty cool.
It's something worth thinking about. Like
it definitely is.
Yeah. Ask have those questions. Ask people, what's your relationship with money? It doesn't have to be like you can have like a dinner and be like, so tell me like if you got $10,000 now, what would you do with it? If the person's like, oh, I'm gonna spend it, or you're like, this is the relationship the person has with money.
It kind of reminds me of when I ask people to define what success means to them, because I could tell you exactly what 80% of entrepreneurs tell you, from a male perspective. Fast car, hot wife or girlfriend, a nice apartment, and mad vacations, like really nice vacations and stuff like that.
That's so sad.
It's not. I mean, if that's what you want, good. But it becomes weird when you get lost and you think that what success means. Yeah. Like in other cases, people just want a steady job. That's success to them. Exactly. They want a kid. They want a wife. They want to be husbands. They want to be wives. That's that definition of success. Yeah. So like we can't necessarily like belittle people. We don't fucking know what they want. Maybe that's what they always wanted. Of course, but I feel like it's. I mean, at the end of the day, we all want to be financially free. True. Because you can't. It's nice to be set in a big mansion. Then don't get it twisted again. I want some money. Yeah, because you get access to the things that you didn't have prior. At the end of the day, it's for me, it's like it's a nice to have, but it's not the one all and be all. Yeah, it's not the ends. It's not the ends. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, because it's just. It's like you'll attract people once you have that status. You'll attract people who are not genuine around you somehow. Eventually. Yeah. Unless you're really intentional about, who you allow in your circle and whatever. But for me, honestly, I feel like
it just comes down to the basics. Like if COVID has taught us anything, it's like truly the basics is what matters.
Yeah.
Like family.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like really, like, sure, that really matters. And
COVID just
your
showed
health,
us. True.
You know, things that we just like take for granted, they're always going to be there.
COVID really showed me health from
Yeah.
like a lot of people are healthy. We don't really take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And how we take certain people for granted.
Oh, yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
We do that so much.
I'm sure a lot of us have, like, when your mom calls or your dad calls or your sister calls, you're like, I'll call them back.
I get annoyed. But
Can you imagine?
but in the back of my head, I just know, like, I'm going to miss this.
Yeah, of course.
When it's not there anymore. Like, I know I'm going to miss this shit.
Yeah.
Like, my mother calling me or my dad calling me 20 times in a day. You know? Like, I know I'm going to miss that shit.
Of course.
So it's like, at the end of the day, I'm pissed off. And I'm like,
yeah.
Let's see what they have to say.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, really, at the end of the day, that's like a lot of people ask me, like, what propelled me into entrepreneurship. I think I've always been entrepreneurial, but literally my kids are, because I really want to leave a legacy for them.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
Yeah, that's like, and I want to build like a family empire. So yes, I'm about that life.
I like it.
Yeah, so
sounds dope.
Money is nice, but at the end of the day, I do this for them. They are the ones who, like, when I'm in bed, I'm like, oh crap, I have to get up. And then I'm like, okay, get done with school. Employment is going to be rough. So
it's been
let
rough.
me build this
Yeah,
so that they can work here.
Yeah.
And we build a family empire from that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Is that difference when someone is given everything
Mm-hmm.
and when someone has everything but is also taught the value of getting everything?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so my advice to parents all over is just don't give your kid everything because they ask for it.
Yeah.
But also rather show them what it takes to get it.
Yeah.
You know, just for them to have an understanding, because kids are smart. They're fucking geniuses, to be honest. But show them what it takes to get certain things.
Yeah, but don't make them suffer.
No, there's no need to.
I get, like,
there's no need to do that, all that.
you know, I know, like, a few friends of mine are like, no, they must just eat pap, and I'm like, guys, we suffered enough.
Why are you gonna bring that shit up again?
Like, you can afford meat now. Like, what are you doing?
I just feel like it's the morals that you're gonna teach them, the kind of person that you envision them to be.
Yeah.
You know, if you want an honest, hardworking kid, you're gonna instill those kinds of values in them as well. So it's like, but it's weird because I know I'm a hypocrite. Not a hypocrite, but I don't have a kid. So it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, but they will disappoint you. You're gonna have numerous cries in the shower by yourself. Just
because
letting
of a kid.
Oh my gosh, kids are brutal. Kid will be like, why do you look fat today? You're like, brutal.
I've begun to understand people say fucking kids.
No, for real. Like, someone was asking me today.
I'm starting to understand that concept right there.
Someone was asking me today. They're like, aren't you gonna be sad if your kids leave home? I was like, I'm counting down.
They need to go.
Oh, they need to go.
I think every parent's like that.
Yeah.
Especially when kids like troubling. Yeah. You good?
In the squeaky chair.
We're joined again by James, guys.
Hi, James.
Nah, but we're gonna wrap it up actually. Believe it or not. Hour 50 minutes.
50.
Yeah.
Darn it, I was going for an hour.
Told you, people get lost in the sauce, man. They get lost in the vibes.
Aye.
And people just
Oh, you know this Leo. I can't deal. Wow. Okay, but this is cool.
Thank you. Any last words for the listeners? Any tips for the young ladies who aspire to be entrepreneurs like yourself? And yeah.
This is such an awkward question.
It is?
Yeah.
What
I
makes it
get
awkward?
asked this a lot, and I just
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Be blunt. You know what? The first thing that comes to your head.
Do research.
Thank you. That's all that it is. No, for real. A lot of people get this shit twisted.
Yeah.
It's really about understanding what you're getting involved in.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And grow a thick skin. That's my piece of advice.
And if you're not passionate about it, just find your passion and go with that, because...
Do you think that's... I feel like that's generic. Everyone's going to say that, like, find your passion.
No, but for real, it's like... When you have the passion, you tend to be more consistent and you stick it out more than someone who's not really passionate about whatever they're doing. Like, it's not like if you're not an entrepreneur, it's okay.
Yeah.
If you have the 8 to 5 job, it's okay. Like, maybe that's your thing. Not everyone is an entrepreneur.
You don't have to be. You just decide what you want to do it, I guess.
So when are you skydiving?
I want to do December.
Ah.
Yeah. So in the next... Hold up.
Yeah. James is also going skydiving.
Bro?
Yeah.
Do it, bro. December.
Come on. That would be such a cool
On
vlog.
New Year's even, dude.
You gotta go sit on a dude's lap, bro.
I knew you were going to say some shit
It's
like
not
that.
true. You can get a lady.
Dude, I'm not sitting on the guy's lap.
Yeah. I don't want no penis on my back.
30 minutes.
Wow. So that's what you're worried about. Sitting on someone's lap.
On the guy's lap.
You're not sitting on the lap.
You sitting on his lap, you can actually feel his dick on your ass. I'm not doing that. Look at him, he's 7 seconds else now.
You can ask to skydive by yourself.
Yeah, that was James' perspective.
Literally, that's like the issue.
But I got a solid 2 months. I got like 2 months to decide. Actually, I already decided. I actually got 2 months left. So I'm just going to budget for that and do it.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it. So, if you... I'm going to survive this. That's all I can say.
You're scared of death?
No, that shit's just going to happen.
Okay.
I just don't... Fuck it. I'm not going to say that. Anyways. But yeah, skydiving, that's on the bucket list. I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
You've been a fucking amazing guest. Really.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Should do this again. Are you coming to my sessions? You've
The
said it, so it's done.
I might as well.
Yeah.
When it's happening.
I'll let you know.
Hi guys. It's all about healing.
Wow. Yes.
Usa.
Really? Wow.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for tuning in. Till we see each other again. Peace.
Type of lifestyle that we living, no way it's not the same. People say they never gon' change, but they change. Times are moving faster, ain't no time to switch a lane. Keep me out of range, they say nothing strange. Load my ammo in my clip and I go ham beat. Might just spin